What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Nerd Channel, and we got Dragon Ball New Hope, as I promised. Today, we're gonna do the other one sometime this coming week, but I got you. I'm ready to get started. Work gets busy. I'm not able to make as much content, but should still be here nonetheless. So, we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Where Bulma found new Namek, and we're gonna see, where it goes from there. Of course, I've seen a lot of it already, but we're gonna go back over it because this is what we do on this channel. We're gonna review other animes too. I have some more videos come up, if something else come to mind. But for right now, this is what we're doing. Hope that y'all enjoy. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about it. And if you want what other animes you want me to review in the future, you can just comment and let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna write it down. At the end, I'm gonna get to it. Of course, it got to be fan manga, of course, because you know how YouTube is when it comes to copyright crap. But anyway, without further ado, let's go. Let's hit it.
I'm A New Hope, with Cell finally defeated at the hands of Krillin. Though at the cost of both of their lives, Goten must now push forward as the lone savior of Earth remaining. While Earth's hero reunites with his friends in Otherworld, we're taken to where this all started. As the androids left the future in ruins, Bulma is able to flee the planet right as Cell made his appearance to absorb them, and she's left only to assume the worst of her son's fate. So she alone went on a quest to find new Namek. This is part 10 of an ongoing series and was created by DB New Hope. Support him and catch up fully using the links below.
Yep, support Dragon Ball New Hope. Support the artist and original content because it's not mine, so not claiming it. Anyway, let's go.
Future timeline. Year 798. More than 30 years have passed since the appearance of Dr. Gero's androids on Earth.
Jesus, 30 years? That's why Bulma looks old. 30, so good Jesus. So what age would Bulma be? She had to be like in her 20s. Because she wasn't but 4 years older than Goku. Goku was 12, Bulma was 16 when they first met. He was like in his 20s after the androids. It's close to his 30s. So she must be close to 60. Good God.
The planet's greatest remaining scientist finds herself floating through the depths of space. Not long ago, she would flee from her home with her son never returning from his latest trip to the past. And a new, even more horrible monster emerging as the androids still run loose. She narrates to herself that it might have been like finding a needle in a haystack, but she's finally located New Namek. When it was restored, it was intentionally placed in an obscure part of the universe to help keep us safe from would-be invaders. She then uses voice recognition technology to have one of her devices generate a report on the ship's remaining energy levels. Currently, there's 27% of the fuel left. To reach the new targeted destination, a total of 18% will...
And the crazy thing about it, in an alternate timeline, Cooler found it anyway. Even though he got the big Getty star, and Cooler wound up finding it anyway. But if y'all want to watch Cooler, the return of Cooler, we can watch that on Twitch. Because I have to upload those things or stream it on Twitch. Because I can't watch these things on YouTube for obvious reasons. Now, if we want to stream, want to watch my fights. We go over watch Dragon Ball fights, watch Dragon Ball movies, and all that stuff. We have to go over that stuff on Twitch. We have to watch that stuff on Twitch. But anyway,
will be required before finally announcing that it will take 14 days before arrival. Something that sounds perfect to our scientist. At this rate, she'll be there soon. Only 2 weeks left to go. And she'll finally have the chance to save Earth. Again calling out to the AI, named Grief 26. Possibly an, albeit depressing play on words with her father, Grief. And maybe a fourth wall break, as May 26 was the date of the Cell games in the other timeline. Either way, she commands full power ahead towards New Namek.
don't care.
But in the same timeline, we jump back to Earth a few years ago. The following is likely the events that caused Bulma to leave the planet. Cell touches down in his imperfect form, noticeably giving the androids a bit of trouble. 18 hisses to know how a stupid roach could be this strong. The creature snarls that it seems like they haven't been listening to him. He is Cell, the ultimate warrior created by Dr. Gero's computer. The data instilled into him is clear. By absorbing the two of them, he will be granted his perfect form, and then his power will know no bounds. 17 barks for this dirty bug to shut up. What is he talking about? He himself is the strongest android ever created. His sister backs this up by asking if he thinks they'll simply allow themselves to be absorbed by a freak of nature like him. He's gravely mistaken. Their foe retorts that they should be honored to have the chance to be part of.
Yeah. I think this might be the same Cell that if he's as strong as he was when he absorbed the humans in the present timeline, they're screwed pretty much.
Part of the universe's greatest warrior. But anyway, it's not like he's giving them a choice. He will absorb them both, willingly or not.
That bug got vaporized. What was his name again?
Allow me to remind you. I am Cell. Able to get a hold of 18, the creature cackles that there's no use in fighting back. She was created merely to help him achieve perfection. Shouting as he swells with power. He's done it. Although it's unlikely the twins would be able to defeat him together, now in a semi-perfect state, 17 alone stands absolutely no chance. Turning to the remaining.
Yep, he's screwed. And I always wondered what he would look like if he absorbed 18 first. Well, now we know there'd be no change at all whatsoever. So that solves that theory. Still a million times better than Super. But I digress. Let's keep going, shall we?
Remaining cyborg. Cell chortles that now it's his turn. Again in the year 798. She quickly finds herself in front of New.
We already know what happened after that. I don't even think they're going to show it, or they probably don't need to, because it's just assumed that, yeah, he was done.
Dynamic without incident. The AI calls out that the main objective has been reached. Preparing herself, she tells Grief 26 to initiate landing protocol. The ship plants itself on the soil and announces landing a success. About to set foot on the green world for the first time. Well, more or less the first time in several decades. Bulma figures that's about time. Slowly disembarking and getting a look at her surroundings. Even if it is new Namek, it's identical to the old one. To think it's been over 35 years since their adventures against that freak Frieza. This makes her feel old. But any which way, now she has to locate the Dragon Balls. Using her radar, they appear to be scattered all over the place. She remembers that the Namekians said that each one was guarded by a village, so it's likely they retained that practice since migrating here. Closest one is about 40 kilometers south. She remembers that she needs to be careful when flying over the water. The last thing she needs is to get this far only to be eaten by one of their giant fish. Grabbing a capsule, she She opens it to give her a quicker means of travel. She takes off and makes her way to the nearest village. But the question must be asked, why haven't any Namekians already come to greet her? Surely they would have noticed a spaceship landing on their planet after the...
Probably didn't. They probably were hiding or whatever. Or last time spaceships landed, things got kind of deathy. So, it might just be playing it safe. Who knows?
The events from before. Regardless, she finds herself right where she needs to be. And just to address the aforementioned statement, there doesn't appear to be any sign of stress or destruction. A couple locals are spotted below and one is even seen gathering water. Getting a closer look, it appears to be business as usual for the Namekians. In this village, they continue their rituals of gardening, mentoring the youngsters, and someone's even getting a new house. As they finally spot Bulma coming in fast. Though causing a slight panic, she apologizes to barge in like this. She explains that her name is Bulma and she comes from planet Earth. Stepping away from her vehicle, she furthers that she's met a lot of the natives that should still be here. A little more than 35 years ago when Frieza invaded the old Namek. After his explosion, all the Nameks wished back with the Dragon Balls came to stay with her on Earth for a few days.
Well, most of them are shit, because Nameks live for over 300-something years, so they should still be alive. All of them, all the kids should be adults at least, because, they grow up fast, but they live like 300-something years. So, I mean, they still alive, and the ones that were young should still be young, because they live, like I said, they're... The older ones are about as old as Master Roshi, if not older. So, I mean...
But with little response from anyone, she questions if they remember. But what? She was there when Frieza attacked? Does this mean she's one of his allies? Of course no! Not at all! She just, That's when Mori enters the scene with perfect timing. He assures his children not to be afraid. Bulma is an old friend and doesn't have any ties to Frieza. Quite the opposite, actually. Because of her and her friends, the Namekians were able to survive. Swinging her head around, the Earthling is quick to recognize the Elder. With the situation simmering, he asks her to forgive this inconsiderate welcome. The majority of the inhabitants of this village were not yet born when the other Namekians were on Earth.
That's understandable. They didn't even, they sprouted new eggs and all of that. But the ones that were originally there should still be young. Still be young. Like, long after Gohan's dead, Piccolo will still be young. He'll still only just be getting started. Like, after 100, Gohan will be dying. Piccolo would have not have aged at all. I think it was a fan manga where either Piccolo was older or something like that. But that really won't be true, because Piccolo will outlive kind of everybody. Even Vegeta, Goku, all of them. Because he's only 4 years older than Gohan. So he'll live another couple few hundred years after Gohan.
Her arrival today is no surprise either. Mori's most gifted student sensed a familiar key heading towards Namek. Coming to the surprise of the space traveler, his most gifted student? Who could that be?
Nail. It's going to be Dende.
Regardless, he assures said pupil is going to be happy to see her. A bit confused. The Namekian in question isn't long to make himself known. It's Dende, who bids Bulma a warm hello. In this timeline, he was never taken to Earth by Goku to become the new Guardian. Our heroine recognizes him right away. She can't believe he's here too. She gushes how happy she is to see him.
Make him the new Earth Guardian.
He's grown up so much she would never have recognized him. And as a matter of fact, he's happy to see her as well. And she too has grown quite old.
Help me!
He wouldn't know about what to say to a woman, because they're just men on his planet. They're all one. There's no male and female in his planet. They're all the same sex, so he wouldn't know that. But you know, Bulma and ladies.
What the heck is wrong with him? She thought Namekians were supposed to be polite people. Who assures her it was a compliment? On Namek, looking old is considered a sign of wisdom. Offering an Awkward apology. Dende moves the conversation along and inquires what brings her here anyway. Exuding a heavy sigh, she hopes he has a little time for this, because it's quite a lot. And unfortunately, she doesn't come here bearing good news. Growing serious, Dende resolves that what she has to say will not be pleasant. He suggests that
Nope, not pleasant at all.
they move this to the elder's house. A few hours pass as Bulma spares no detail in the events of the last 30-odd years.
Good Jesus, 35 years, man. Holy Christ. Whew. I think she said 35 years since she went to Namek before. My goodness.
Everything from Goku's heart virus to the androids, the fall of Earth's defenders, her invention of time travel, which is why her son didn't accompany her on this dangerous journey. And of course the arrival of Cell. Without much to comfort her, Dende can only apologize that she...
I hope they bring Trunks back. I really hope they do. He deserves a second chance. Like when they brought Gohan back, but I hope they bring Trunks back too. I really hope they find a way to revive Trunks. I think they should. The current people, since Cell's gone, Goten's there, they should find a way to bring Future Trunks back to life.
She's been through so many terrible things since the Namekians got their new home. Moriarty.
And they really should bring the original Z Fighters back since Cell's dead. I think they should. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but I really think they should. It might sound crazy, but you know, Cell's gone now. You know, so I mean, what's stopping them?
And if only they knew, they would have been able to help. With the obvious solution already in mind, he utters that he'll notify the village chiefs to gather the Dragon Balls. So in record time, now that the task is done, they can summon Purunga.
Purunga, open Apollo! You have summoned me. Now.
And since we don't get to see a whole lot of Gohan, think I'll do a double feature. It might not be today, but I'll probably do another episode Monday, since there won't be a whole lot of, probably won't get to see a lot of future Gohan. So I'll speed it along and do like another one. Yeah. So there you go.
Speak your wishes. I shall grant you 3, whatever they are.
It having been so long since Shenron was summoned, and never really getting to see much of Purunga up close, Bulma forgot how impressive all this stuff was. The elder instructs that she can state her wishes in her own native language. Purunga will understand. He's no longer limited to the Namekian dialect. A change that likely shouldn't have been made. For the sake of convenience, it works great in this situation though.
Yeah, that's plot. That's all it is.
Turning to the almighty dragon, she states that her first wish is this.
How come he speaks in English though? Okay.
Her son Trunks traveled to the past 13 years ago. She wishes for...
Even in the Funimation dub, he spoke in English, but he can only answer wishes in the Namekian language. I see. How come he spoke in English, but he couldn't understand English? We'll get back to that.
For him to be alongside of her on Namek. With a pause, Purunga explains that he cannot grant this wish. It's beyond his power. Trunks died in a different timeline. Only the Dragon Balls from the era he currently belongs to can bring him back. She must state another wish. While the news of her son's passing hits hard, she wants Trunks to know how sorry she is. It was her stupid idea in the first place.
Send Gohan back in time to bring Trunks back. Oh, the time machine's stuck there. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bulma. Sorry for your loss.
To send him back to the past. Dende moves forward to comfort her. They still have 3 wishes, so not all is lost. Maybe they can figure something.
Use instant transmit. No, you can't. It doesn't work like that. Sorry. Dang it. It won't work.
Out who appreciates the kindness. But she's prepared herself for this eventuality. She questions if the dragon still has limits regarding how long a person's been dead and his ability to bring him back. Another thing she needn't worry herself with. Since he's been upgraded, Purunga no longer has any such restriction. Though as eternal beings do, Purunga begins to grow impatient as he growls that she's ready to finally speak her wishes. And with that, she has her first. She would like him to undo something that happened several years ago in the past. Although this information is hidden from the reader. This is a request he can grant. She can
We know what happens.
consider it done.
Future Gohan.
So just like that, Bulma's first wish was granted by Purunga. Whatever the wish may have been, Earth still lies in ruins. Before a pair of boots thud on the ground, a voice wonders aloud what just happened. He remembers this place. It's where he was before. He's back on Earth. But how? How could this possibly be? Future Gohan has been brought back to life. With the wheels turning to get Trunks' future back to its once peaceful state, the question remains whether Bulma wished everybody back killed by the androids, or for some reason just Gohan. As she has 2 wishes remaining, what else can she do to undo the horrors that have been done?
Bring Dende back to Earth.
And even if she does, is Cell still lurking around our world,
Or of course he is.
leaving our hero, or heroes, essentially dead in the water once more?
Well, they've gotten much stronger, so they wouldn't be dead in the water. Even, shoot, because all the Saiyans can beat Cell at this point. All of them. Like every last one of them. Like every last Saiyan can beat him at this point. So we'll do another one. We'll do the next one. Won't be today because I have to do another podcast. But it's going to be this week, probably Monday evening. So 'cause I don't have anything going on Monday evening, or Sunday night. Because Sunday 2:00 I gotta do a show, live performance, music performance. But that evening, that night, I shouldn't have anything going on. So I'll probably do something that night when I get back. Yeah, that'll work. Tomorrow night I'll post episode 2. Cause it won't be hard to do. I gotta give y'all, start spending more time with you guys, upload more content. So, but the past few couple of weeks, cause I post content on so many different platforms, you do get burnt out and all that kind of stuff. So you just gotta balance it all out. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. All that other fun stuff, good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.